Good morning, everybody. I have the wrong call to worship up. That was 2025, people. Should have printed it. All right, I know what to do. No, I got it. No, thank you. All right, we'll start that again. Good morning. So good to see you all this special Sunday, a time of the year full of sacred meaning for religions all over the world and for pagans celebrating the spring equinox as well. I am celebrating being here with all of you and sharing this worship with these amazing people here up on the chancel. Our call to worship this morning is a call to presence by the Reverend Bob Janice Dillon. Here, within these walls, here in this community of love and justice, we pause in our busy lives to consider what is worthy of our deepest yearnings in the time that we are given here. May we pay attention to the wonder of each moment. May we grieve what is lost, and may we be grateful for our life on this beautiful, bountiful earth, and may we prepare ourselves for the work that love calls us to do. Just as we are, may we be the beloved community. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. This is really high today. Namaste and salam alaikum. We begin in the spirit of peace and of honoring each other's uniqueness and that radiance of the divine that each of us is an expression of. Now, welcome to this morning's service, now more than ever, the kickoff of our annual Stewardship Campaign, which raises funds to support our independent and interdependent liberal religious spiritual home. This morning we will be honoring our past, celebrating the present, and welcoming our exciting future. We will continue to do the same throughout the 3 weeks of this pledge campaign. I'm the Reverend Jeremiah Lal Shahbaz Kalendae, and I'm joined on the chancel this morning by so many of our dear beloveds. The one and only Reverend Dr. Kikanza Nuri-Robins. We very rarely get to share the chancel together, so we are cherishing these few remaining opportunities that we have to do so in developmental ministry, and I am so grateful to have this opportunity this morning. As well as our beloved Worship Associate Shayla Metzger, Barbara Kernikin, who will be offering our stewardship testimonial this morning, but I think she's out front. Our Director of Multi-Generational Religious Education, Jessica Tenhave Place. Our Director of Music, Sonder Choi. Our choral section leaders, May Claire LaPlante, David Eric Peterson, Olivia Salazar, and Daniel Voigt. And of course, our beloved accompanist, Ryan Humphrey. We are all so glad to be joining you this morning. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Santa Monica is a contemporary congregation with roots deep in the centuries-old traditions of Unitarian Universalism. Our Unitarian forebears declared that the divine was one, believed in human goodness and potential, and that the intellect and reason were gifts to be utilized in life and on the spiritual quest. Our Universalist forebears proclaimed that divine love was universal, not limited to only some people and not others, and therefore would one day save, liberate, and restore all. Our Unitarian Universalist congregations grew from these free-thinking and heretical liberal religious traditions, And today we are humanistic and multi-religious, welcoming atheists, agnostics, humanists, theists, pantheists, panentheists, and folks from a variety of traditions, as well as mixities and hybridities of all of these and then some. Our embrace is one of radical inclusion and dynamic pluralism. And it strives to include all of the queer community, BIPOC communities, people living with disabilities, people of all ages, and folks of all immigration statuses. In the true universalist spirit, we are a sanctuary people. Now, if this is your first time joining us or you're still new to our congregation, we bid you a special welcome and hope you'll take time to explore our website and hang out with us after the service in Forbes Hall. We're going to have a pizza party today. And also perhaps meet some of our folks at our visitors table outside in the courtyard after the service and sign up for our weekly Thursday announcements, which share some ways that you can get involved with the many activities and groups and committees in our community. Now, as we begin, it's our tradition to acknowledge that we gather upon the sacred lands, near the life-giving waters, and beneath the beautiful heavens of indigenous people. This is the traditional home of the Tongva, Ventureno, Fernandino, Tataviam, and Chumash tribes. We remember the painful histories of these lands upon which we gather and make our homes. And we continue our commitments to justice and sovereignty for indigenous people. Now we light our flaming chalice with these words from the Reverend Howard Thurman, a liberal religious prophet of many of the social justice movements of the last century. In the quietness of this place, surrounded by the all-pervading presence of the holy, my heart whispers, keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve, that in good times or in tempests, I may not forget that to which my life is committed. Keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. May we too remember those moments of our high resolve and that to which our lives are committed. Now let us rise in body or in spirit and sing our opening hymn, number 1028 in the teal hymnal, The Fire of Commitment. And then please remain standing for our covenant and hymn of praise.
Free from
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship. Thus do we covenant with each other. El amor es la enseñanza de esta iglesia. Buscar la verdad es su sacramento y el servicio es la oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar el conocimiento en la libertad, servir a la humanidad en comunión. Así es como convenimos unos a otros.
The hymn of praise is a hard act to follow. Yesterday, along with many of you, I showed up for the No Kings demonstration. To stand and be counted during our ongoing national crisis. I attended as a member of this congregation, carrying Carol's sign, upholding the core values we all share. There was something in the news, I think this morning, that mentioned that there is courage in community, and this one is mine. Yesteryear, close to 100 years ago now, a handful of like-minded people established this spiritual community. I am not quite ancient enough to recall those early years, but I am certainly proud of the accomplishments. Joining with a local rabbi to found the Santa Monica Interfaith Council, still going strong today, marching against the Vietnam War, marching in Selma for civil rights, and for the farm workers here in California. This congregation has always stood up for its principles. We've kept our chalice lit through depression, war, pandemic, and many seasons of doubt that our country and our world have brought to our doorstep. I am old enough to remember when we became a designated peace site and a sanctuary church. We actually had a family living here. When faith in action grew to include environmental work and the rights of prisoners and undocumented people. I was here to applaud the launch of our OWL program, the planting of our memorial garden, and becoming an accredited green sanctuary, establishing our beloved art wall, and feeding our neighbors in need. The list is very long. I also recall the joy and the awe that I felt when I first set foot in this sanctuary. The banners were fewer than, I think humanism and paganism were late entries. But they're so beautiful, and I never imagined a place that could honor all these diverse faiths, some of which I had lived alongside when I lived in other lands. I found the tools to seek my own truth through deepening understanding of other spiritual traditions here. Most of all, it was this welcoming congregation that made this community just feel like home. Home with music and laughter, for me, for our small heathen children. Home with people who would befriend and inspire me, people I was proud to work alongside in support of the values we shared. Through the decades, this congregation just keeps on showing up. We show up for love, for justice, for peace and kindness. We show up through our attention, our service and caring, and with our pocketbooks. And we need to keep showing up. So today, I'm asking you to pledge your support for our beloved congregation, and please make your pledge as generous as you can to honor all that has come before, all that we are today, and all that is yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Barbara. My name is Jessica Tenhave Place, and I'm the Director of Multi-Generational Religious Education here. And right now is when we collect donations for the Westside Food Bank. So if you have brought a food donation, please raise your hand, and one of our eager helpers in the corner will come pick those up from you. I also want to remind everyone that we would also love for you to bring your pet food donations. There is a separate box in the back accepting contributions of pet food for the LA Animal Services Pet Food Pantry, which helps low-income families and individuals experiencing financial hardship to help feeding their animal companions. So along with the work of providing human food for humans, we also want to provide pet food for those same humans who may be struggling to provide for all of their loved ones. So thank you, everyone. We got our kids and youth out there collecting. We got Alex, Cora, Emerson bringing up some stuff. What do we got, everybody? Ooh, got some pasta. Cookies. Oh, yeah, we love the cookies. The essentials are essential, but a treat every now and then is essential too, especially for people going through hard times who want to preserve the dignity and joy of life. So thank you for throwing in those treats as well. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much. And once we're all done stacking everything up, you guys can come down onto the steps, and we're going to talk some more about Nowruz this week. So I'm excited to share with everyone. Go switch my microphone, meet you down on the floor. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Can we all say hello to Gila, who's joining us? So what do you have to share at this beautiful table with all kinds of cool stuff, Gila?
Just would like to say the first day of the spring, we celebrate, the first day of the spring, that's when Iranian people celebrate the Nowruz. I mean, New Year, and we call it Nowruz, which means new day. And the 7 items that we put on a Nowruz table, they all start with letter S. They need to be like a food base, and like this oriental fruit tree and fruits that's dry and represent. Each one of them has represent a symbol. This senjet is called for love and affection. Sumac is a spice that reflects the sunrise and overcoming the darkness with the light, and sip like health and beauty. And it's a sweet pudding that is made from sprout, wheat germ, and symbol of patience and strength. And then vinegar for health and cleanliness, and then sabze, rebirth and the growth. So these are 7 items that all start with letter S. And it's actually the sign of, it's a goes back to 3,000 years ago with Zoroastrian religion, and about 300 million people around the world celebrate the Nowruz around the area that Iran is. And there is also there's also other item that we put on a Nowruz table, which reflect the rich culture of Iran about love, poetry, humanity, and wisdom. And the mirror, which I think I have down on the ground, it's reflection, honesty, and then light for enlightenment. And this is, they call this, they call it, it's a symbol of Zoroastrian religion. And the Zoroastrian religion, principle of Zoroastrian religion, good thought, good deed, and good thought, good deed, and good action. گفتارنیک، کردارنیک، پندارنیک. That's a basic principle of Zoroastrian religion. One thing that I really like about Hafsin's table, which I think I would like to let the kids know, before the celebration, like maybe a month before or 2 weeks before the Nowruz start, people start cleaning up their house, and they buy new clothes, especially children buy new clothes, and they have what they call, they get a gift. Mostly the gift is the money. The new money, they go to the bank, make sure the money is new, then they give it to the kids. And this time, because one of the foundation of Iranian culture is really based on a love, humanity, and understanding. This time, I'm putting items like a heart-shaped item, and on it say Nowruz. Nowruz was celebrated at the Los Angeles Public Library, and they donated this. And they were also celebrating the Nowruz, and the theme of their program was love. So I'm going to give, as a gift, I'm going to give each one of this heart to you, and knowing that all of us have a beautiful, precious heart in our body. And the way we can take care of it, how do you think we can take care of our heart?
That's a good question. What do you guys think? I don't know. You take care of your heart. How can you take
Broccoli.
Yeah. Do you think if you, yeah?
Maybe by eating healthy?
That could be, sure. And one, I'm thinking about, when you feel sad, your heart hurts. So it's really important to let other people, the grown-up, know. And so that's kind of taking care of your heart. Or when you feel angry and upset, and again, telling your mom and dad, telling to the grown-up, that also means helping your heart. So I'm going to give one of this heart shape. Maybe at the end they could, yeah. So I would like, if it's possible, I have been under a lot of pressure because of what's happening in my country, and I'm trying to be really calm. I would like to go up podium, and I have wrote something that I would like to share about Nowruz. And this tradition, every year, people from, especially very recently, except for this year, people are remembering their old culture, appreciation for old culture, and I'm going to ask Audrey if she could play. There is people are going to Cyrus's king, celebrating Nowruz at the first day of the spring at the tomb of Cyrus the king. So and then another one after that, people go, instead of being at home, they go to tomb of the Hafiz and celebrating poetry, celebrating at the Hafiz. So this is Hafiz. This is the tomb of the Hafiz. please comes up. And this one, I think it's in Cyrus, the King Cyrus, that it's 2,500 years ago building that people are celebrating in that town, close to that place. Excitement and happiness and joy, that appreciation for the ancient culture, which it is really, to my opinion, is an extremely beautiful, wonderful culture. And then the other things that I would like to show, Iran has a different ethnic background from so many ethnicity live in Iran, and they celebrate life, and as I'm going to say, the joy and happiness is extremely important in Persian culture, and they show it through dancing. So there is one that the people from northern part of Iran dance. From northern part of the Iran, and you see their clothes is different, and yeah. Nowruz is not tradition, it's a culture. Nowruz is not merely a tradition, it's a culture. It is painting filled with color and art form, a melody of freshness, youth, and friendship. It symbolizes the triumph of good over evil. The balance of spring, setting aside grudges and the valuing of the relationship. It is promoter of peace and reconciliation, a time for cleansing both our homes and ourselves from impurity. Nowruz is a season of renewal, joy, and smiles, something far greater than simple tradition. Unlike certain rituals in other cultures, where people endure hardship or suffering in the hopes of spiritual reward, Nowruz does not demand pain or sacrifice. It does not promise miracles or impose suffering. Rather, like music or art, it reflects the wisdom and beauty of the past without burden. Its symbolic elements, such as the colorful half-scene, carry only messages of hope, happiness, and vitality. Nowruz represents the cultural identity of Iran beyond political borders. Throughout the history, many rulers, both Iranian and non-Iranian, governed this region, yet the people shared a deep cultural connection shaped by Iranian heritage. This culture has the power to transform the harshness into the gentleness and create beauty from adversity. An achievement not born of a force or politic, but of rich, refined and influential culture embodied in Nowruz. Today, hundreds of millions of people across the vast culture celebrate the Nowruz, from China to Eastern Europe. They wish for Nowruz to become a global symbol. This is because it represents purity, friendship, peace, harmony, moderation, beauty, and goodness, without conflict, without any belief or religion. It is celebration meant for all humanity. May those who seek conflict embrace the spirit of Nowruz. May Nowruz and celebrate the triumph of light over darkness and promoting solidarity, reconciliation, encouraging unity across the cultural divides, and commitment to human rights, hope, and a new beginning for all. Thank you.
Gila, for sharing with us. And thank you, everyone, for listening and for putting those lessons of Nowruz that Gila was talking about human rights and love and joy into our hearts and sharing them with the hearts of others. I want to remind everyone, as we're doing all these wonderful springtime celebrations, that next week we'll have our Easter egg hunt after RE, so stick around for that. But for now, let's head off to the cottage as we sing Go Now in Peace.
Sing a song of blessing.
All right. I do have a few announcements. First, if you haven't yet, please do silence your cell phones. We love you, but maybe not your ringtone. We are always honored to welcome visitors into our community. If you would like to learn more about our faith and life at UUSM, we invite you to join us for our in-person First Sunday Visitor Meetup held after the first Sunday service each month, so that should be next Sunday. It usually happens over in the cottage. Bring your questions, your curiosity, and come get to know us. We would love to get to know you. I'm going to just say, if you have not yet paid for your amazing Dining for Dollars experience that you bid on, please be sure to do it. Watch your emails. And mark your calendars in April. The minister search team is excited to welcome our candidate for settled minister to Santa Monica. This candidating week will happen April 18th to April 26th. Our candidate will preach 2 Sunday sermons, and it's especially important that all members stay after the 26th sermon to vote on whether to call this candidate to our congregation or not. The Minister Search Committee will be on hand April 26th to answer questions, and the name and info about our candidate will be shared quite soon. Stay tuned also for our special Earth Day services in the coming month and for all the great things happening in our church. Check our website and newsletter for details. And I want to just say that we have our time to greet our neighbors. So go for it, but do keep in mind the chords, the piano chords coming from Ryan. That'll be your signal to sit down and move on with the rest of our beautiful service. Thank you.
We have so much to celebrate as we prepare for the next chapter of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Santa Monica to be written. Now, yes, it often feels difficult to celebrate in this nation and in our world right now, but we will not cede our joy, temper our hope, or deflate the exuberance of our hard-won liberal faith. Our spiritual home is flourishing as we hold fast to our high ideals, center love in our lives, and strive to better embody and amplify our liberatory values in the world. In the midst of it all, we're living out and giving new meaning to the liberal religious callings we've inherited from those who came before us. We're breathing new life into our communal spirit as the world faces new challenges and we rise to meet them. We're learning how to be a spiritual community that is more sustainable, resilient, regenerative, and whole. We're gaining wisdom from being in the struggle and staying in the struggle, even when we've grown, even when we've, I think the spirit of Dr. Thurman may be here. We've grown weary and when our faith is tested anew. We're celebrating the enduring power of the liberal religious spirit and all that we've accomplished over these many years of developmental ministry, and all that we have given and are still giving to keep the flame of our living tradition burning bright. To have partnered with the Reverend Dr. Kikanza Nuri-Robins, our worship and pastoral leaders, board of directors, professional staff, committee leaders, and each of you over these many years of this community's dynamic ministry has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. I cherish and love you, and I will deeply miss you in this time that we've had together to minister through global pandemics and crises of every imaginable form, from the devastating wildfires to the ongoing march of authoritarianism and fascism in this nation. Through it all, our spirits have remained strong and steady, and when on occasion they've wavered, we've found support and fortified our resilience through our relationships to one another. We've tended those covenantal bonds of love and affection which give life its deepest meaning and purpose and to which we are continually weaving. This will be my 7th and final stewardship campaign with you, and I hope you'll dig deep in appreciation for all that's been accomplished, dreamed and achieved, lost and remembered, hoped and dared over these many years of ministry together. I hope you'll dig deep in anticipation of all the burgeoning possibilities the future holds with your new settled minister. And I hope you'll take 3 important actions to support the pledge campaign this year. 1, pick up your pledge card. 2, just consider increasing your annual pledge or making a special gift if you are able. And 3, return your pledge card. Today or over the next 2 Sundays of the campaign. Your pledge card may be picked up at the stewardship table, which is in Forbes Hall, following the service, and I think it'll be out in the courtyard the next 2 weeks. Now, when you pick it up, you're going to receive a custom-designed UU Santa Monica button created by our very own Gretchen Getz to show your support for the campaign. And the many folks who have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make it possible. Our inspiring chairperson, Denise Houghton, and committee members, Vilma Ortiz, James Buck, Carrie Minot, Eileen McCormick, Gretchen Getz, Alfie Wilkerson, and me, the largest stewardship team we've had in many years. Let's give them all a round of applause. For for their unwavering dedication to our congregation and all of the creativity, commitment, and labor they're bringing to this year's pledge drive. So to recap, when you pick up your pledge card today, you'll receive our new custom UUSM pledge button. And then, when you return your pledge card, either today or on one of the next 2 Sundays, you'll receive a custom-designed UU Santa Monica Love is the Spirit lanyard and Justice whistle. The UU Santa Monica Love is the Spirit lanyard and Justice whistles are emblems not only of this year's campaign, but of the time in which we are living. A time when we are celebrating liberatory love as the beating heart of our liberal faith and our living Unitarian Universalist tradition. A time when we join with people all over this country and around the world who are blowing the whistle on injustice. We won't be silent when masked agents drag our neighbors into unmarked vans and murder protesters with apparent immunity. We won't be silent while immigrants and refugees to our sanctuary nation are denied due process, their basic rights are grossly infringed, and some are sent in bondage to reprehensible prisons in foreign lands. We won't be silent while politicians breed corruption throughout our government and threaten and harm our dedicated public servants, be they judges or the people's representatives, public health officials or prosecutors, environmental scientists or public media stewards. We won't be silent while right-wing extremists and their misguided ideologies eliminate our fundamental American rights. The rights of women, of transgender kids, of BIPOC communities, and of so many others who are being targeted. We won't be silent. We won't be silent while our democracy is threatened by late-stage capitalism and the insatiable greed of a few billionaires and the corporate oligarchy. We won't be silent while a class conflict rages, working-class people and impoverished people are oppressed and our unhoused kin are denied the essential care they so desperately need. We won't be silent while our representatives wage unnecessary wars, threaten war crimes, and commit them in our names. We will not be silent while our liberal religious values are under siege. And all that we hold to be good and true and sacred is being everywhere desecrated. No, we will rise together in the radiant spirit of love and blow the whistle on injustice, corruption, bigotry, violence, and war. We will put a stop to the trampling of our rights and the denial of the inherent dignity of every person. We will continue to cultivate the beautiful, beloved community right here in our midst, that it may spread like sunlight and illuminate the ways to our common well-being and flourishing. Please do give generously, if you are able, to this campaign, as your support is indeed needed now more than ever. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, choir. You just always touch my heart so deeply. This is the time in our service for us to come together as we share our joys and sorrows. And so I'd like you to reflect in silence for a few moments after I tell you that I am Kikanza Nuri-Robins. I am a proud member of this congregation. One of my joys. The things that you are celebrating, the things that you are grieving, the things that you are pining for, the things that you are lamenting, the things that have caused you to smile deep within your heart over the past weeks. Very seldom does pain come without something to make us smile. Very seldom does the joy come without something to remind us that life is imperfect. And so I invite you to sit and reflect on the perfect imperfection that is our life, that is our community, that is our world, as we send forth the energy for peace and love and unity that we crave so deeply. One of the other celebrations that we have during this springtime season, the beginning of spring, is Passover. Passover starts in a few days. Passover is a time for remembering the past, reaffirming who we are, we who sit around the Passover table, individually and as a people. It's a time for looking ahead to a peace-filled future. It's important to look forward as we are today, and it's equally important to acknowledge where we are now and from where we have come. Without a past, there is no future. In West African cultures, there is an icon called a sankofa. Sankofa symbolizes moving forward while looking back. The design is simple. You may recognize it. It's a bird with an egg in its mouth, moving in one direction while the head is turned in another direction. The proverb that is often said to symbolize Sankofa is, "It is good to go back to get what is important. it is good to go back to get to what is important. Reflecting on the past is part of my family culture. My father is Jamaican, and our people are the Maroons. They were the fierce warriors who escaped enslavement and successfully fought enslavers in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. The bracelets that I wear almost every single day came from my aunts and my grandmothers and their mothers who are descendants of the Maroons. So I have this as part of my past. Part of my present was my great Uncle Teddy, who owned a candy store in Queens, New York. And whenever he would talk with us, which was often because if we talked with him, we got candy, he would say, "Don't forget your culture. Don't forget who you have been. Don't forget who helped you get where you are. Don't forget what you have learned along the way. Don't forget the wonderfulness or the awfulness of now. Don't let that keep you from taking what you need from then." On another continent, Shakespeare simply wrote, "The past is prologue." The bottom line is this: the only reason we have a future is because we have a past. There is no such thing as a clean slate. There is always residue of the past, and that is why we debrief our activities. Dewey, whom you've heard me quote many times, said that we do not learn from our experience, we learn from our reflection upon our experiences. That's why after-action analyses are really important. We have to assess mistakes and failures and our successes. Most groups study failures so that they can place blame. They celebrate, not to analyze why they were successful, because they want to think that they're lucky or just inherently competent. To be successful on purpose, you must replay the videotape. You must study the game footage. What made the 10 years of Reverend Ernie and Reverend Judith so great? From the stories that I've been told and the conversations that I had with them, Ernie had an extraordinary ministry partner and helpmate, as well as a team of competent people who ran the business side of the church. Judith arrived when the boomers, who are most of us, were still in peak condition. We're still good shape, but we were at our peak mentally and physically, and the church leaders were used to working with a seasoned minister. See, you've had grown-up ministers, so it wasn't so important, it wasn't so apparent that a healthy church with a fresh young minister had different tasks to perform or needed a different set of expectations. So what has been so fractious about the past 15 years? It's been clashes in expectations, the disappointment of unmet expectations. Now, we could blame it all on COVID. That's what most churches are doing. We could blame it on incomplete or inaccurate examination of the church's culture, or we could blame it on a reluctance to understand our imperfections, because that's what most organizations do. At this point, the analysis should not be on why we missed the mark on some things, but on what we missed. How do we accurately describe ourselves to others? What do we miss? What will we tell our new minister about ourselves? The past is prologue. The past is the beginning of the future. It will give us a sense of what is ahead. And what's ahead? We're going to write a new chapter, but be clear, it is not a clean slate. It is a slate that has bumps and grooves and worn spots from which we can learn much. We will be successful if we come to terms with our history, the good and the uncomfortable. We will be successful if we identify new leaders within the congregation. We will be successful if we acknowledge and thank the leaders who have brought us to this point. We will be successful if we reconnect with UUA, our national and regional bodies of our movement. And we will be successful if we renew our relationships with our UU sister congregations and our Santa Monica neighbors. And finally, as we move into our future, we must commit to our mission as we build consensus around what it means to us, not just individually, but what does our mission mean to us collectively? We are a sanctuary for the liberal spirit, cultivating joy, inspiration, and beloved community. We awaken the conscience of people of all ages through ministry, through education, through music, art, and service. We live our values of love, justice, and compassion in our community and out into our world. We are the Unitarian, Universalist, Community, Congregation of Santa Monica. We are a beacon for love, liberal religion, and multi-generational community. Let us not forget who we are and how we are becoming.
Are we blessed in ministry or what? Time for the offering. Your offering today goes to support the work of multiple groups in this church, including Green Living, Women's Plus Community, Lunches for Bunches, Youth RE, Ministerial Search, and others. In addition, half of our Sunday offering this month goes to a community or other charitable organization. This month's offering goes to the Planned Parenthood organization, which works to make family planning and sexual health a reality in our nation. Many of you have used their services or know about their services. They take a stand, and it's a courageous stand. We invite you to contribute now in whatever way feels right to you. Ways to give are displayed in the slide behind me. All ways of receiving support are gratefully accepted. Cash or checks can be placed in the offertory bags that will be coming around shortly. But really, I just want to say thanks to all of you. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for your presence. Thanks for all you give of your time and service to this community and beyond. The ushers are invited to come forward. Your offering is now gratefully accepted.
Hello, good morning, everyone. I would like to invite you all again to our concert with the UU Studio City Choir on April 18. It is not going to be here, it is going to be at the UU Studio City campus. And we would like to sing for you the titular song of the concert, Why We Sing. This is our offertory anthem, Why We Sing. And just to clarify, for those of you who got Dining for Dollars tickets for the choir concert, this is a different concert. The Dining for Dollars event is in June 11, here. This is a separate concert, and I hope you can join us for both. Please rise in body or spirit, and let's sing our closing hymn. This is a new hymn from the digital hymnal. It's called We Offer These Gifts. So we will sing it twice, maybe 3 times. Let's sing it 3 times. Since it's a new hymn, maybe the choir will sing it the first time around, introduction, and then we'll discover it the second time around together. And then on the 3rd time, we will sing it confidently.
May you go forth into this day in peace, holding fast to that which is good. May you return to no person evil for evil, but may you strengthen the faint of heart, support the weak, help the afflicted, honor all beings. May you go forth into this day and be blessed, and may you be a blessing. Amen.